Welcome to Spoken Testaments. I want to talk about something real for a minute. I recently found myself processing a friendship that had been part of my life for over 20 years because it changed without a conversation. There wasn't a clear ending, just distance where closeness used to be. And it made me realize how common this actually is. So let's talk about it. Have you ever noticed how some friendships don't end with an argument? They just change? There's no big moment, no conversation, no explanation you can point to, just a slow shift, less talking, more distance, and eventually silence. And that kind of ending can be confusing because when there's no conversation, you don't know what to grieve. You don't know what happened. You don't know what changed. You don't know if you did something wrong or if life simply moved in a different direction. And that uncertainty can linger. You replay moments. You wonder when things shifted. You question whether you missed something you were supposed to notice. But here's something worth naming clearly. Not every friendship changes because someone failed, and not every distance is a message about your worth. Some friendships change because people grow differently, some because priorities shift, some because life stretches people in opposite directions. And sometimes there isn't a conversation, not because you didn't deserve one, but because the relationship no longer had the capacity to hold that kind of honesty. That's a hard truth. And that might be because part of you still wants clarity. You want something to make it make sense. And faith doesn't always give explanations, but it does offer grounding. Scripture reminds us that there is a time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3:1 tells us there is a season for every purpose, including relationships, a time to build and a time to release. That doesn't mean the friendship wasn't real. It doesn't mean it didn't matter. It just means the season changed. Acceptance doesn't mean pretending it didn't hurt. It means letting the friendship be what it was without rewriting the story or assigning blame where there may not be any. Because closure doesn't always come from a conversation. Sometimes it comes from realizing you don't need one to move forward. You're allowed to honor the friendship and still accept that it changed. You're allowed to miss someone and acknowledge the connection isn't the same. And if a friendship in your life changed quietly and you never got the conversation you hoped for, this is your reminder. You're not wrong for feeling the loss. You don't need every answer to move toward peace. Sometimes acceptance is the closure, and God can meet you there in the letting go and in the quiet healing that follows. If this resonated with you, take a moment to sit with it. And if you'd like more conversations like this, please consider subscribing. See you next time.